going on, beautiful internet people? It's Meech. I'm back with y'all again like I do so often, and we are here for another video. Hope y'all have been doing excellent. Y'all look great, you look good, you look blessed. I hope you know that. I know it's been a little minute since I had a video out, so I just wanted to do a little something here because we got some good news that just dropped, actually, if you're a Nintendo or a Pokemon fan. Now, anybody that knows me knows I'm a real Pokemon champion. Like, I go way back to the my first one was Generation 2 because I was born in 95, but you know, that was my first foray into this realm we call Pokemon Mastership. And since then, I have been dedicated to this series despite all the flaws that it may have, you know, the repetition. It's always something about Pokemon that I just, to this day, to this late almost 30-year-old age, I cannot, every time I see a new Pokemon game or some content, I'm hyped up automatically. So yesterday we got a Pokemon Presents, which is basically like a Nintendo Direct for Pokemon stuff. And we got a lot of good and interesting new announcements that I wasn't expecting. We also got a good look at one of the more anticipated games, Pokemon Legends ZA. If you know, this is the next iteration in the Legends series. You know, we had Legends Arceus. I've always grown up saying Arceus, so I can't stop, but I know it's Arceus. Please don't fight me in the comments. Legends Arceus. Honestly, Legends Arceus is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, and it's not even because I think it's like a better game than the other ones. I just think they took a lot of risks, and I think a lot of them paid off. And I just want some more experimentation with this. And that's why I really love this new kind of path they're going down with these Legends games. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just rewind a little bit because there were some other announcements that were pretty interesting as well. And I want to talk about those. So first things first, we got to look at the Pokemon show, Pokemon Concierge. That's like a Netflix show. I've never seen it in like an actual episode, but I've seen it like scrolling through Netflix. I mean, it looks interesting. It doesn't really look like it's in my, you know, realm of what I want to watch, but you know, there's probably an audience for this, and you know, they're announcing, I guess, a new season or some episodes coming out here soon. We also got to look at some Pokemon Go stuff. They announced basically some new events for Generation 5 Pokemon. We're getting some Kyurem content, Meloetta, so if you're a black and white fan and you play Pokemon Go still, be on the lookout for that. Also, Pokemon Masters got some new content as well. Never played this one really, but I've heard it's pretty good. And then there was like a stretch of stuff that I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Like Pokemon Cafe, like what are we cooking? What are we cooking for Pokemon? Like what are we doing? Pokemon Sleep, like it's like I said, it's an audience for somebody, but it ain't me. But you know, it is what it is. They got you know, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, probably trillion-dollar company at this point, worldwide largest franchise on earth, basically. So they gotta push content out. They're gonna give you what you want. They're gonna give you every realm of media. You're gonna get it from them. So this is when it started getting a little more interesting for me. We got new content for the TCG Pocket game. We basically got a glimpse at the new pack that actually dropped, basically Arceus themed, a lot more Generation 4 Pokemon. If you know me, I've been on that heavy. I'm trying to get all the full arts at this point, so I may put my friend code in the comments or the description. If y'all want to trade, we can figure that out. Although I hate how they do trading in this game, and it's so convoluted and stupid. Like if I want to trade something to somebody and I don't want to have to match the rarity, like why can't I just do that? Why do y'all get to dictate that? But I guess it's for a balance thing, I guess, but whatever, man. It is what it is. At least we can finally trade now to an extent. So in Scarlet and Violet, we also are going to get some new raid battles, some Terra raid battles with some of the starters here. Looks pretty interesting, you know, post-game content. If you play Scarlet and Violet, you know these are pretty, sometimes they could be a little OD, you know, but looking forward to being able to catch the starters, I guess, with these Terra raid battles. Then we got to see a glimpse, and I mean the most glimpsiest glimpse of a glimpse of Pokemon Champions, which is apparently a new battle simulator type of thing, Pokemon Showdown type of thing. Essentially, it's going to be like a battling game strictly for battling, and it's actually going to be on Switch and mobile devices. So that's pretty interesting. You're also going to be able to connect the game to Pokemon Home. So if you have any Pokemon you use in your games and you want to bring them over to battle other people through this, you can do that as well. I think this is pretty interesting. I've seen like Pokemon Showdown and other like battle simulators. So to get something kind of like authentic and official from Nintendo and Pokemon Company seems pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. And then we got the final piece of the puzzle here today. We got the icing on this cake. We actually got to see footage of Pokemon Legends AZ, the newest pretty much mainline side content game coming out in the Pokemon series. If y'all know, this has been announced for I think at least like 2 years now. They've literally taken the most time to develop this game than they have any Pokemon game ever. Pretty much Pokemon has become like an annualized release from Game Freak and Nintendo. And I think that that's hurt them a lot with like being able to innovate, also being able to, you know, make a good playing game pretty much at this point. I feel like ever since Sword and Shield, something has been off about Pokemon, really. Honestly, I didn't really like X and Y either, but I think Sun and Moon kind of redeemed that 3DS generation, so I digress. We got a chance to see Kalos, where we're actually going to be playing that. This, if you played X and Y, you'll know that's where this game was set. Specifically, this one is set in Lumio City, which is basically the largest city in the region. I think the game looked pretty good. I saw a lot of people online saying that the graphics didn't look that much better than Scarlet and Violet, but I think like the lighting and the models actually do look better. Something about Scarlet and Violet, it's like kind of fuzzy and like, I don't know, it's like some type of haze over the game and like the models, and they kind of took that out here. So I'm thinking that that's actually a plus here. Now, I'm pretty sure we saw Switch, well, I'm positive we saw Switch 1 gameplay of this game, and people were pointing out like the windows were not actually 3D models. They were like literally like JPEGs of a window. And I think either we're seeing a early build of this game and they're actually gonna have models, or this is the Switch version. I think we might be dealing with the latter, because I'm pretty sure this game is gonna be enhanced for the new Switch coming out. It's probably gonna take advantage of some of the, you know, the increased fidelity, the processing power of that new Switch. So fingers crossed here. You know, we're dealing with Game Freak, so I don't really have faith in them to perform technically here, but we shall see. I'm holding out hope. Like I said, it looks pretty good. It looks better than Scarlet and Violet in my opinion, so I'm gonna take that as a win here. Also, I think some of the assets are being reused from Scarlet and Violet, but I mean, you know, if that's gonna help y'all be able to flesh this game out to a greater extent, I'm all for that. Do what you gotta do, but let's make this game good. Like, I don't wanna have to hear nonsense. I don't wanna deal with another flop from Pokemon, yo. Like, we are too far into this franchise's lifespan that we are having these issues with games. Like, this is like I said, this is like a $1 trillion company. There is no reason why Game Freak cannot make a game like a like, I don't know, like, we just need more, bro. Also, the catch mechanic from Legends Arceus is back, and I really love to see it. It looks like it's also being kind of expanded on, because you can actually battle the Pokemon and then kind of throw the ball when they're weakened. So it's like a whole like animation sequence for that type of stuff. It looked pretty cool. It's giving me like anime vibes, like growing up watching the anime, and I could like envision myself being in that and battling like that when I'm playing the game. So to actually see that in like a mainline title is awesome. Also, they were doing like parkour on the roofs. Like, we out here jumping from roof to roof like we a vigilante. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm here for it. Especially if we're going to just be in this city. Like, let me explore every aspect of it. And I better be able to go into 90% of these doors. I'm not like, why would you have all these buildings and I can't open the door? I was breaking into every house I could back in like the old games, and now I can't even go into any door in Scarlet and Violet. Like, what was the reason of even making a door? Like, Come on, man. Also, the battle mechanics are pretty new here as well. You can actively move around the stage. And like I said, this is something that I've always dreamt about in Pokemon, like being able to like dodge just like in the show. And you can literally do that now. It's canon to dodge now in games. You love to see it. Also, I think it's going to add a lot more strategy to the game. Some people might not like it because it does add a little more work to the battles. You're not just picking a move. You can kind of move around and dodge, and you may have to time the moves, actually, it looks like, too. But look, I'm here for anything to shake up the formula. Like I said, we've seen the same thing over and over and over again. It's a testament of how like good the gameplay loop is, but like we're almost at 30 years of Pokemon at this point. Like, we gotta spice it up. We gotta mix it up. Come on. Also, pretty much we're gonna be in the city the whole time, and there's like wild areas where there's Pokemon out. One thing, I'm like, why? I thought y'all was trying to coexist with the Pokemon. Why are you segregating them to individual spots in the city? Like they gotta be in the ghettos. Like, also, we gotta look at the starters that we're gonna be able to choose from. We're getting Totodile, Chikorita, and my boy Tepig. I will not tolerate any Embor slander in this chat, in this video. We're not doing it. I love to see it because basically Chikorita is getting love. Everybody knows Nintendo hates that starter. And to see it, it's gonna get a mega evolution actually too. So to see that, I'm here for it. I know we're getting 2 Generation 2 starters here, but I guess it's for like a balancing thing, because I guess those were literally probably the, like, Totodile and Chikorita are like the most slept on, I feel like. I love grass type, so Chikorita is always gonna have a spot in my roster. So hey, and they better, if when Embor gets his mega evolution, please do not have him standing up on 2 feet. I know he's already standing up on 2 feet, but it like let's make him like a wild feral boar or something. Like, make him look crazy. Like, I want to see him like charging. Like, come on, let me get something that's not what y'all, like I said, not what y'all do every time y'all have a fire starter. Come on, spice it up, please spice it up. But yeah, so we also, I mean, we got to see like some of the story elements, you know, some of the returning characters, some of the new characters introduced. Honestly, I thought this was a pretty good trailer. It was actually longer than I thought it would be. We got to see a little more of what we can expect here. I think we're probably going to get another trailer soon, later in the year, but they announced it for late this year. So I'm thinking we're getting this as a Switch 2 launch title too. Maybe that's hinting at Switch 2 coming out November, holiday season. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good presentation. Like I said, a lot of things interested me. I thought that the Pokemon champions looked really good. And then of course, Legends AZ. Like I said, I love Legends Arceus. If this is gonna expand on that formula and give us like some, you know, different things from the mainline titles, I'm here for it. Also, it doesn't look like we're gonna get multiplayer because we didn't have it in Legends Arceus, but you know, we might see it. Who knows? Let's hold out hope. I don't really care for a game like this because I'm really in it for the story anyway. But you know, me and my bro, we love the battle now. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I love a good Pokemon story and like going through the story. So just wanted to kind of chop it up with y'all about the Pokemon Presents we just saw. But let me know what y'all thought in the comments. Did y'all think that it was a good presentation? Are you looking forward to AZ now? Or are you not as hyped as you were before? What do you think about Pokemon Champions? I think that's gonna be a good one. I'm really trying to see that. I'm mad they didn't show gameplay. Like, I hate when companies announce a game and don't show any gameplay. Like, what, you could have just plopped up a word and then kept it moving. Like, that does nothing for me. Like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you're new here, please hit me with a subscription. I would love to see that number hit 200 before the end of March. That's my goal. Let's see if I can hit that. Also, if you liked the video, make sure you leave it a like. If you didn't, leave me a comment and let me know what I can do better. I'm always looking to improve. But with that being said, hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day and stay frosty, my good friends.